Well, hey there guys. In today's video we're going to take a closer look at this DUESENBERG Les Trem, or Les Trem, however it's pronounced. We're going to check, can it dive bomb? How does it compare to a Fender floating bridge? We have a blocked Fender floating bridge on our Strat, and we also have the Floyd Rose on our ESP Mystique. So we're going to kind of compare each of them. And also, how does it stay in tune? Does it stay in tune? Don't go away! Rock and roll with rock hard riffs. Well, hey there guys, welcome to Rock Hard Riffs. This is the guitar channel for the self-taught. Hey guys, if you happen to be new, check out some of our other videos. You can have a look in our playlists. There are all kinds of different subjects in there that you might be into, like how to play a certain song or a certain guitar technique, or maybe a Flashback Friday if you like to reminisce, that sort of thing. Just take a look in our playlists, and if you like what we do, we'd really appreciate it if you subscribed. Okay guys, so we're talking about the DUESENBERG Les Trem, or Les Trem, however it's pronounced. It's spelled L-E-S-T-R-E-M. Now, of course, this is actually a vibrato bar, not a trem bar, but Leo Fender made that mistake and it's stuck ever since. So, alright guys, can it dive bomb? How does it stay in tune? How does this compare to like a Floyd Rose or a Fender floating bridge? Let's check it out. So I just tuned it up. We're in perfect tune. These are brand new strings. I have tried to break them in a little bit. What I do is I overwind and then go back and go up to pitch and up again and back down a couple times. So these strings really are not broken in, but I have stretched them out a bit. So let's check out number one, does it dive bomb? Okay, we've got our Strymon Sunset on there. Does it dive bomb? So we go from an A down to not quite a G flat. So it's like a step and a quarter is the range of the bar. So again, it feels really good, right? I really love the feeling. Let's check our tuning. It's sharp. Little bit sharp. Little bit sharp. Sharp, sharp, just a hair sharp. So it has been going sharp on me, but that's actually the best tuning it's done so far. Before I turned the camera on, I was messing with it. So it has gone a tad sharp on me. All the strings almost equally, except for right now. So of course, the more I play it and more I stretch the strings, it's more than likely going to stay in tune better. But right out the gate, it has not stayed in tune very well. Okay, so that's what we've gotten. Also, the dive bomb, it's not really a dive bomb. It's about a step and a quarter is the range of it. And the tuning, so far right at this moment, with brand new strings, not broken in, but stretched a little bit, it is not staying in tune. Alright, let's compare it to the ESP Mystique. Now, to be fair, we did just have some rain the other night. Our first monsoon storm. And so of course the wood swells a bit and everything's going to be a little sharp. So again, we have to be careful how we judge the Les Trem or the Les Trem, because it was going sharp. Okay, we're in tune. Can you use a Floyd Rose like a Bigsby or a Les Trem or a Les Trem? Let's hear it. Yes, you can. Just be very, very subtle. Okay, now let's dive bomb. Of course, this is a Floyd Rose, it's going to dive bomb. Okay, what kind of a drop is that? Okay, that's an octave. I went from A to A. That's pretty big. That's a huge step. Okay, how's the tuning? Perfect. These are not new strings. These have been broken in and they have been stretched. So it's not a completely fair comparison as far as that goes. But of course, these strings are all clamped in. They're clamped here, they're clamped here, and they're clamped here. Once these strings are stretched out, that's pretty much it. The real big tuning issues we're going to have with the Les Trem or Les Trem, of course, doesn't have a locking nut. We don't have locking tuners, but really the issue is the wraps around the post. Those need to be really locked in, and it takes a little bit to get that right. So when they loosen and tighten around the tuning peg there, that's what primarily makes it go out of tune. Of course, getting stuck in the nut or on the bridge. Okay, so here we are with our Strat, and everything is, yeah. So, we're in tune. Okay, does the Fender dive bomb? Now, number one, these are not new strings. They have been broken in. But there's no locking nut, no locking mechanism at all. So we're going to dive bomb, and then let's see if it stays in tune, okay? Oh, I'm really pressing hard on that. I get down to about an E, that's using the A string. So it goes down a few steps, but not really a major dive bomb. But you can do a short dive bomb. Also, this bridge is blocked, so it does not pull up. Let's see if it's in tune. Oh, we're a little sharp. Sharp again. So this went sharp too. Now again, I don't use this bar very often, and when I do use it, I use it more like a Bigsby. Like that, not dive bombing, so very subtle usage. But it did go out of tune a little bit. Interesting. So this one kind of dive bombs. It did not hold its tune, but that's because I was dive bombing, I think. And can it be used like a Bigsby or sound like a Bigsby a bit? Yes. Yeah, and I think that's really more the intent of the Fender bridge, really. So I think the strings are going to need breaking in a bit. Next time I change the strings on this, I'm going to take a pencil, put a little graphite on top of the saddles and in the nut, just to maybe lubricate it a little bit and see if that helps. So, but I love the way it sounds, I love the way it feels. Just for the moment, the tuning is not so great, but again, this isn't really fair at this point. So we're going to take a look at this again in a couple months, guys. So we'll check it out again, and we'll see how we feel about it then. Alright, thanks so much for joining us, we really appreciate it. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and we'll see you next video.